This is a quick how-to guide to open up a Visual Basic program. First, open up Visual Studio by using the Visual Studio icon. You can pin it to your taskbar or you can pin it to your desktop. The first time you go to open it, it might take quite a bit of time to open, but it should open to a screen like this. Oftentimes you'll see projects that you have already done in the This Week section. You also have a drop down looking for open most recent projects. Yours is going to be blank the first time. What you want to do is you're going to choose the last button in the Get Started menu, and we're going to create a new project. From this screen, we need to choose the language. The Visual Studio that we're using actually is good for several languages. And so you want to choose the drop-down menu here, and you can see all the different languages that are supported by the Visual Studio. You want to make sure that you choose Visual Basic, and I want you to choose the Windows option in the middle one, and then you do not need to choose anything in the third drop-down menu. When you choose that, it's going to give you a list of options of what do you want to open as a project. After you do this the first time, by default, this should be set up for you and you won't need to repeat setting up these drop-down menus. If you want to change your language, then you would need to go back and reset these for your other projects. Scroll down, and we're only going to scroll down to where it says Windows Forms App. So you're going to choose that button, and then you're going to hit Next. From here, this is your chance to name your project. So I'm going to call mine my video test. When naming your file, do not use periods. You can use a space, but I would ask that you stick with naming conventions and don't use spaces and things like that. You can use the underscore, but definitely do not use a period. That is for an extension. Where it says location, by default, it will always set to the repo. What I want you to do is I want you to choose the 3 ellipses, and I want you to browse, and I want you to find your documents folder. And in your documents folder, it will create for you a Visual Studio folder. So I'm going to go into there, and this is where I am going to store all my projects. It's going to create this folder of projects for you. So I'm going to choose Visual Studio 2019 to select my folder. And then just at the bottom, check the box that says place solution and project in the same directory. That just makes it a little bit easier for us later on. Choose Next. And then in this drop down, by default, it will say .NET Core 3.1. I want you to choose the .NET 5.0 current. Choose Create. This will open up into the workspace that will allow us to create our Visual Basic projects. We will see some files here in the Solution Explorer. The one that we're concerned with is going to be the form.vb file. That is the one that is responsible for this space right here where you see Form 1. We can move some of these around, like I'm not worried about the output right now. It will tell me if I have any issues when it comes time to compile, if I have some errors. And then we also have the properties window. As I add elements to my form, the properties window will update. There is a toolbox tab. Yours might be on the other side, but there is a toolbox tab that will open up, and these are the things that we can add to our GUI. This is how you open up your Visual Basic project.